Welcome back to the NetUtils Tech Roundup. We're all busily preparing for next week's IPEXPO on the 17th and 18th of October. You'll find us on stand F63 with Juniper Networks. We're inviting visitors to IPEXPO to bring your own device to our stand and ask our solution experts any of your burning BYOD questions. Research indicates that 70% of enterprises with a BYOD policy report increases in staff productivity. However, we do know that BYOD brings challenges for the IT manager, and Malcolm is going to take us through some of those challenges and how the Juniper Simply Connected portfolio addresses these for the IT manager.
Thanks, Vanessa. As you mentioned, we've got a focus on BYOD at IPEXPO next week, and really I just wanted to reiterate some of the things that we talked about in our webinars and blogs over the last few weeks about BYOD. Obviously, BYOD, or consumerization of IT as it's also known, is a big topic now, and a lot of the things driving this conversation are things like the type of access that users require. Mainly now, most users expect access to be wireless on any type of device, whether it be a smartphone or a tablet device or a laptop. And the content that they're accessing is very different. It's a very rich content now. They have a lot of business applications that they're required to use, and the type of data that they're using on those different applications is also different and bandwidth intensive sometimes as well. So the focus or the main issues for IT managers nowadays are mainly the security, the access, and thirdly the provisioning. Obviously, security being at the top, most people want to basically make sure that their data is secure. Any user that's coming onto their network and requiring access doesn't compromise any of their data. They want to make sure that the access that they provide those users, whether it be a guest user or an employee with their own personal device or an employee with a corporately issued device, accesses the right resources on the right devices, and making sure those devices are secure as well. And then provisioning is obviously important as well. They want to make sure there's a minimal manpower involved there. They want to make sure they can automate that process as much as possible for any of those group of users. And the groups of users I mentioned are quite important as well, because you have guests that just come into the network and maybe require internet access to access stuff back at their offices. You have users with their own personally own devices, and you have users that have corporately issued devices, and all those users have to be dealt with differently and given different types of access. So the Juniper Simply Connected portfolio of products helps to basically deal with a lot of these BYOD issues, and these products include the WLC series of wireless controllers. You have the WLA series of wireless access points. You have things like Smart Pass, which basically helps in automating the provisioning process, making that much easier for people. You have things like the UAC access control series of devices, and you have enforcement points and firewalls in the Juniper SRX range of devices. And this integrated portfolio of devices from Juniper helps to deal with all the BYOD challenges that we have nowadays.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thanks for that, Malcolm.
No worries.
We do hope you can join us next week at IPEXPO. As I said before, you'll find us on stand F63 with Juniper Networks. We have a prize draw on stand to win an SRX, so it's worth popping down and seeing us if you can. Thank you.